Welcome back to my channel. I am excited for you to join me today, and today we're discussing how to become your dream woman, how to become the woman that people admire and respect. So I came across this question of how do you become a woman that people admire and respect, and I thought we have got to talk about it on YouTube. So ladies, grab your drink, whatever your drink of choice is, wine, your smoothie, green juice, coffee, whatever it is. Grab that drink, sit back, and let us discuss this very important and fun topic. So, the first way that you become a woman that people admire and respect is by building your character. And this means you have to first become a woman that you admire and respect. It starts with you. The world will reflect back what you believe about yourself, and they will treat you the way you treat yourself and the way you allow them to treat you. So if you don't have self-respect or you don't understand your value, that is how you will be treated. People will treat you less than you deserve to be treated. People will treat you with no respect, and that will only change on the day that you say no more. My value is up here. I deserve to be treated up here with respect. And when you start carrying yourself that way, that is how people will treat you. When you start respecting yourself, enforcing your boundaries, enforcing your standards, people will have no choice but to meet you at that level. People will have no choice but to meet you up there where you are carrying yourself and where you have placed yourself. Next, grace, intelligence, and mystery are the true definition of feminine power. Your presence is a gift. You don't show up to every event, especially events that will lower your value, events that will affect your reputation, and you don't make yourself extremely available for everything. So with this, I'll say, don't make it a conscious thing where you're forcing yourself to be mysterious, where you're canceling events or declining events because you're trying to play a mysterious side. When I'm saying being mysterious, I mean being authentically unavailable because you are so busy building a life that you love, a life that you are thriving, and a life that you are successful in. So this could mean if you're declining an invite because there's another event that you want to attend during that same date and time, you're declining because there truly is a reason for you declining that event. Not just because you're playing a game and trying to say no and playing a game to try to be mysterious. You genuinely have something planned and aligned, and you are attending that event. You are building a life that's so rich and beautiful that people are actually trying to catch up with you. Today you have a gala that you're going to. The next day you have a fun hobby or workout class that you're attending. The next weekend, you're going for a luxury day trip. And then the next month, you're going for a vacation. You are literally busy. You're truly busy because you're busy building your dream life and you're busy becoming your dream woman. So you're not playing a mysterious side, but you're mysterious by default because there's so much on your calendar and so much good, fun stuff on your calendar that you have to make time for the people that matter in your life. And that's what I mean by being mysterious and not being too available. You are so busy watering your own grass that you're not available to water everybody else's grass, or you're not available to be at everything, because when you're too available, it lowers your value. And when it comes to intelligence, have depth and substance about you. There is nothing cute about dimming down your intelligence, sounding dumb for no reason, purposely failing exams or not studying if you're in school. There's nothing cute about not looking smart deliberately, because what you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. When you have that reputation of someone that's not smart, people will treat you that way. People will miss you for opportunities because in their mind they're going, she's not smart enough for this. She behaves this way, so she's not good enough for this thing. When in reality you are. So be aware that choosing to not show your intelligence deliberately is working against you, and people will judge you that way. If you want to become a woman that people admire and respect, show your intelligence. Speak with depth and substance. Don't have shallow conversations that are not adding to anything, and when people walk away, they're just like, this was such a waste of time. Have depth to you, have information, and this goes to the point of building a rich and full life, because when you have a rich and full life that you're so busy doing things that are building you, doing things that are building your character, you're reading books, you're doing everything to be a person of value, these are the things that you will bring in conversation, and these are the things that will make you sound smart. If you're in school, if you're getting A's, B's, that is what will make you valuable, because people will look at you and say, she's a smart girl. And those people who want to bring you down, talking badly about you being smart or wanting to put you in a box, later on in life, they will be the ones that will be looking at you and saying, I wish I studied, I wish I went to school, or I wish I took school seriously. Because when you're not taking full advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you, sometimes that opportunity does not come back again. And even if it does, it may not be in the easiest form that it came to you the very first time. So always remember, intelligence is such a power. It's such a feminine power. A queen does not get on the throne by playing small. A queen does not get on the throne by being not the smartest woman in the room. And if you want to be a queen, carry yourself with intelligence, and people will respect your intelligence. And when it comes to grace, this is your elegance. Grace is the art of moving, speaking, and living with an undeniable soft power, moving with intention and dignity. It's a perfect balance of strength and softness that commands the attention of others without demanding it. Another way to build your character is to develop your mindset, develop your spirit, and develop your skills. Your beauty may turn heads, but your depth is what will keep people intrigued. So work on your mindset and remove those limiting beliefs, remove those negative thoughts, those things that are holding you back, those things that are causing you to make yourself shrink yourself in the room, that are making you not think you are the best or whatever it is. Work on that mindset, develop it, work on your skill set as well, because when you have someone with skills, you're able to bring value to people in your life. And also work on your spirit. Be sure that you're walking in with an energy that exudes elegance. You're walking in with an energy that exudes confidence, self-respect, that energy that people see the moment you walk in, the energy that people feel, and the energy that makes people give you respect because you walked in the room. Before they talk to you, they're respecting you. Before they talk to you, they're saying, that's a woman of substance. That's a woman of worth. That's a woman with grace, with elegance. Whatever word you want to develop that represents the dream version of you. So work on your spirit, work on your energy, developing that, and then also work on your mindset. Most importantly, your mindset is what creates your reality. So if you believe lower, you will attract and carry yourself in that way. You get lower. But if you believe higher, you believe you deserve the best of the best, and you believe in positivity and you carry yourself that way, the world will reflect that back to you. As we spoke of earlier, they will reflect it to you, and that is exactly what you will get. And with building character, this also includes self-mastery. Study yourself and know yourself on a deep level. A woman that has mastered herself cannot be controlled, she cannot be overlooked, and she cannot be manipulated. She is a force. So work on being a force. Work on knowing yourself so that you're not easily moved by other people's opinions. You're not easily manipulated, or you're not manipulated at all. When you know yourself, you stand firm regardless of what is going on around you or regardless of who is in front of you. The second way to become your dream woman and to become a woman that people admire and respect is to have audacity. Carry yourself like you belong at the top, and soon you will find yourself there. Believe that you deserve the best of the best and then require it, and that is how you get respect. That is how you get the best that life has to offer you. Have the audacity to demand the best treatment. Have the audacity to believe that you deserve the best treatment, and that is exactly what you will get. So for example, if you're negotiating a salary, carry yourself like you deserve the highest pay, and when you walk into that room, you will have the audacity to ask for that high pay. If you start at the lower end, you will only get lower, but if you start negotiating at the higher end, even if it comes lower, you've still asked higher than what was advertised, and you will get higher than what was advertised, versus if you start at the lower end or if you start at the advertised amount. Always carry yourself like you deserve higher, and then have the courage to act that way and have the courage to ask for that high and best treatment that you deserve. And then with having audacity, have the courage to walk away from people who do not see your value. Don't waste time trying to prove your value to people who cannot see it. The right people who see your value will meet you at the top where you are. And when you carry yourself with that energy and that belief, that is exactly what you will attract. And an example that I can give here is you will never see Chanel or these luxury brands begging you to walk into their store to see their value. You just know that their value because they carry themselves that way. Matter of fact, they have security right at the front door. And that's how you know that this place is of value. You don't just walk in, which goes back to the point of mystery. You're not just available to anything and everyone. So if you carry yourself that way, you think of yourself as luxury and you carry yourself that way, like my security will not let you in, and your security being your high standards, your security being your high boundaries, your securities being your self-respect and your audacity, those things will block the people who do not see your value, which will save you from low quality experiences. So think of yourself as a luxury brand and you have the audacity to block off the things that are not adding or bringing value to your brand. And the people who do not see your value, they are immediately sent packing. They are gone, and we will not waste time proving our value and waste our energy making them see what they have lost. We move on to bigger and better, and the people that see your value will find you. They'll meet you at the top where you are. And on the point of audacity, do not shrink yourself to fit the room. You may intimidate some people, but you will also inspire other people. So have the audacity, have the courage to be the best dressed in the room. Have the audacity to require the best and carry yourself with that energy. Carry yourself with the energy that can be felt, that energy of confidence, that energy of elegance, that energy of self-respect. When you walk in the room, you are radiating that feminine power. You're radiating confidence, class, elegance, glam, luxury. You're radiating kindness, warmth, softness, and then work on your exterior appearance as well. So walk in the room and people are looking at you like, this is the best dressed woman. She cares about herself so much because this is how she showed up to this event. It's not an event where we have to dress up, but she took the respect and the time to put in effort and dress up rather than dressing down for my event. It shows respect when you put in effort in your appearance, especially when you're attending somebody else's event. And what I like about having that energy of confidence, that energy of elegance, is that it repels the low vibe people. It repels the people who want to bring low quality experiences to you. Have that audacity to repel them with your energy. And that is how you command a room and get respect before you even speak. And also with audacity, have the confidence to tell people when they speak disrespectfully to you. This is one area that I struggled with and I'm still working on it, but a lot of times I would let things go because I was people pleasing a lot. And that's one of the areas I struggled with. And I would just let things go. But one of the things I realized is that confident people speak up for themselves. Confident people defend themselves. So have the courage to speak up for yourself. Have the courage to end disrespect immediately when it is spoken to you, when you sense it, when you see it. Have the courage to end it immediately, because that is when people will respect you, because they know they will not get away with it a second time. They know they will not get away with it a third, fourth time. They will start to respect you the moment you start to enforce self-respect for yourself. So if you want to become a woman who is admired and respected, have the audacity to speak up when you are disrespected. The third way to become your dream woman and someone who people admire and respect is to stop comparison. So with comparison, do remember that when you're seeing somebody's life, remember that you're only seeing the top of the iceberg. You're only seeing their success. You're only seeing the luxury. You're only seeing the good parts. But underneath the iceberg, there's all of this sacrifice, all of this hard work, all of these things that they have gone through that you cannot see, that you're not aware of. And when you're comparing, you don't know what somebody had to go through. You don't know the shoes that somebody had to walk in, and all you're thinking is something came good and easily to them, they have good luck, and that's not always the case. If you know the shoes they had to walk in, you will probably choose your own problems because you don't want the problems that they had to experience to get to where they got to. So remember that with comparison, you're only seeing a little bit of the picture. You're not seeing the full picture. And if you saw the full picture, you will probably think twice about desiring to be somebody else or wishing you were that person. So stop comparison. And when you're comparing, it's such a waste of energy and time, because instead of comparing and being envious, use that energy instead to build a life that you love. Use that energy instead to build these things that you are desiring. Use that thing that you see in someone that you want, that you're desiring. Use that thing as inspiration. Use it as motivation to get the same thing for you, instead of using it as a form of comparison for envy, and then you're just beating yourself down because of what you were seeing. So turn it around and use comparison for motivation. And then also with comparison, sometimes you don't know the advantages that people had, and when you're comparing and thinking someone had it easy, maybe that's the path that God chose for them and yours is a different path. You have to go through whatever you're going through for a specific reason. Maybe God is developing something in you, so when you get that thing, you're able to keep it. If it's self-control, God, you have to walk this path so you develop self-control before you get that same exact thing. Because let's say if you get it before you develop these qualities of self-control, you will lose that thing immediately. So don't try to compare or get envious because somebody had an advantage that you didn't have. God designed it that way for a reason. Their shoes are theirs and you cannot fit their shoes. You have your own shoes, and for you to get to your dream life, you have to develop this quality. So try to think that way when you find yourself comparing or being envious about somebody else's life or what somebody else has. So another way to end comparison is to start to validate yourself. So instead of begging for love, respect, or attention, start to give yourself that. Start to give yourself love. Start to give yourself attention. Pour into yourself these things that you're desiring and admiring that other people have. Pour it into yourself. Give yourself that thing, and those feelings of lack. That will end those thoughts of lack in your life. And when you give yourself those things, it's honestly like magic. Like those things just start to attract to you. It's like magnet, they just come to you. So for example, if you're seeking love, give yourself the love that you're looking for. Be a healthy love. If you want a healthy partner, become a healthy partner and you will attract a healthy partner. And going more into the example, define what it means to be a healthy partner. Does this mean you're someone who needs to learn how to communicate, so that way you can communicate to the person you meet what your needs are and they're able to give you what you need, and that's how you have a healthy love, because you've worked on your communication and you now have healthy communication with this partner. Start to give yourself the things that you are seeking and they will naturally come to you. The saying, be a beautiful garden and the butterflies will come to you, is so true. Be a woman of worth and you will be treated like a woman of worth. Be a woman of respect and you will be treated like a woman of respect. And when you align with being your dream woman, life will just bring those things that add to your dream life. Life will just magically bring everything that will add to your dream life being your dream life. And on the point of comparison, know that your path is your path to walk on. Focus on your journey, and that is where the magic will be. Learn to enjoy the journey to becoming your dream woman or achieving your dream life. The journey is where you spend majority of the time anyway, so you might as well make it as fun and as beautiful as you can make it. So think of the journey of, let's say you're on a road trip, and the journey from your home to your destination, make that as beautiful as possible. Stop and smell the roses along the way, and that's what will make it memorable. So if you're driving, the example of the road trip, and you say in 2 miles we're going to stop and we're going to look at this park, there's something beautiful here to see. You stop, you see it, and then you get in the car, you continue, and then in the next 10 miles we'll stop and we'll enjoy this beautiful restaurant. There's a beautiful view here. You stop and you enjoy that. You drive a few more miles and then you stop and just enjoy the view that you get to experience along the way before you get to your destination. You are building a memory before you get to the destination, and you're building a beautiful journey before you get to the destination. If you're Let's say your goal is to lose weight. Instead of being so focused on losing weight and being that weight number that you want to be, enjoy the process of working out. Enjoy the process of eating healthy, discovering new recipes, learning how to cook new recipes, new meals, and learning new workout routines, taking time to make friends in the gym and just enjoying the class. That is where the magic is, versus if you're looking at a number, you constantly be disappointed, you constantly be saying, how come she lost weight, I didn't? And that just makes life painful, and it's just not going to be a dream life. If you're becoming a dream woman, that means become your dream woman even in the journey. Don't only focus on the destination. Be your dream woman during the journey, and when you get there, you're truly your dream woman. So the fourth way to become your dream woman and a woman that people admire and respect is to be kind to yourself and to others. So you cannot become your dream woman if you're hating yourself or you're hating aspects of yourself or your life. When you imagine your dream life, when you imagine your dream woman, there is nothing that you hate about her. And even if it's not 100% perfect, you still accept those aspects that are not perfect. So this is why being kind to yourself is so important, because instead of hating those things about yourself that you can't change, learn to accept and embrace them and make peace with them. Because if you continue to carry hate and unkindness towards yourself, you will never be your dream woman. That will reflect and radiate to the rest of the world, and people will treat you the same way that you are treating yourself. They'll treat you with the hate that you are radiating towards them. Nobody in life will love you more than you. You have to love yourself. Nobody is coming to save you from hating yourself. Nobody is coming to give you your dream life or whatever it is. You have to give yourself these things. It starts with you. You have to get up and work towards your dream life. You have to start giving yourself the kindness, the respect that you deserve, and the world will return that same respect and kindness. And honestly, when you're living a life where you just love and accept yourself, you accept your imperfections that you cannot fix, you just truly accept yourself with love and compassion, it's such a peaceful way to live life, and you deserve to live life that way. You deserve to be at peace within yourself, and you deserve to have love, so much love within yourself for yourself. That's how people will admire you, because people will say, how does she love herself despite her flaws? How is she flourishing despite life not being so perfect? How is she still thriving and successful despite ABC thing? It's because you are being so kind, loving to yourself. You're putting yourself first. You're prioritizing yourself. You are saving yourself, and you are building a life that you deserve. You're loving yourself so much that you're becoming your dream woman. You love yourself so much that you are building your dream life. That is something that people will admire, and you will inspire so many people to do the same. So be sure to work on your self-love, self-acceptance, your kindness, and I'll link 2 videos below that I recorded that will help you. This is on how to build self-love and divine femininity. And in divine femininity, I speak about embracing the good, the bad, the ugly about yourself, and just making peace with those areas of your life. Because when you make peace with them and you have true peace within yourself, you will attract peace around you. And then another way to be kind to yourself is watch how you speak to yourself. Speak to yourself like you are your dream woman. Even though you are not already there, speak to yourself like you are. Carry yourself like you are. And as we said in the Audacity portion, act like you belong at the top, soon you will find yourself there. Carry yourself like you are living your dream life, like you are your dream person. Talk to yourself that way. Talk to other people that way. Carry yourself, live your life that way, and you will find yourself there within no time. And then with being kind to others, make sure that you are kind to others regardless of the type of day you're having. One rule I have is if I'm having a bad day, I have to make somebody else's day. So I would do things as simple as giving money to a homeless person or giving somebody a compliment. That reaction that I get from other people lifts my spirits, and I completely forget that I'm having a bad day. So take that rule, and it will change how you carry yourself on the days that are not your best, on the days that you're just having a rough day. Make it a point to make somebody else's day. And God will always bless every good deed that you do. So make it a point to be kind to other people, and you will receive the same in return. I do want to say though, if you're going to do a good deed, make sure that you're doing it with sincerity. Don't just do it because you're expecting something, because you want a blessing. Watch your motives when you're doing a good deed. Watch your motives and be sure that you are doing it with sincerity, that it's something you really want to do, because you're better off just not doing something if you're going to do it with the wrong motives. If you genuinely and sincerely want to help someone, if you genuinely and sincerely want to make somebody else's day, do that. Because the saying is, it's better to give than to receive, and that is true. Because that warmth, gratitude that you receive from somebody when you give, it's such a beautiful gift, and you can't put a price on that. And honestly, being someone that is charitable, being someone that is kind and giving is a quality that people will admire and respect within you. So if you have it to give, be sure to give. Don't hold on to things and be so stingy and greedy. That is not a good way to live life. If you're able to bless somebody, bless them with what you have, bless them with the abundance that you have, and you will be blessed in return. Another way to be kind to yourself is to stop self-blame. Stop blaming yourself for things going so wrong that you're beating yourself up in the process, and you're not forgiving yourself for mistakes that you made. Instead, turn a mistake or things not going the way you planned, turn it into a case study and study what it is that went wrong. That way you realize that not everything was your fault. You realize that some things were just out of your control, and this thing was probably meant to just fail. So turn it into a case study versus a self-blame, self-beating session. Reflect on what your input was that did not work. Sometimes it's as simple as you had the wisdom, but you applied it wrong. That's something for you to learn versus something for you to sit and dwell on and punish yourself for making the mistake. Learn from that so that the next time you know how to properly implement the wisdom that you have. And with part of the case study what other people's input was. Maybe this person did not have the right skill for this particular thing, or this person just didn't want to participate and they caused, like their lack of enthusiasm did not help the thing. And then also, as you're reflecting, see what other external factors may have added to the thing failing or to the thing not being successful. Because sometimes it's not all your fault. And if you are going to be your dream woman, you are not going to beat up your dream woman. You're not going to beat up yourself and carry yourself the next day with elegance, the attitude of elegance, or the attitude of confidence or high self-esteem when you've been beating yourself up all night. It does not work. That energy will not radiate. That confident energy will not radiate. Instead, we will feel the energy of you feeling down. We will feel the energy of you beating yourself up. So with this point, be kind enough to turn things into a case study and see where things did not work versus taking all the blame and carrying the big problem on your shoulders. That is not kind to yourself. That will not help you in the end. And that is not a way that you deserve to live your life. And then another way to be kind to yourself is to build your self-esteem and your confidence. And you do this by controlling your insecurities. So with this, try to control your insecurities and don't be driven to make decisions or to take actions based on your insecurities. And an example I can give is, let's say you're someone that's so into how you look externally that any little thing drives you to go spend money on whatever. You're trying to stay trendy with every single thing, and you're beating yourself up for insecurities that are not true insecurities. Like, you're actually beautiful, but because you don't see that beauty, you're acting based on that insecurity. That will not lead you to being a dream woman because you're focused on insecurities. Control your insecurities and turn that into looking and seeing what is beautiful about you. Embrace your beauty, embrace your flaws, and if it's something that you can fix, then yes, go ahead and fix it, but do it for the right reasons. Make sure it's the right motives behind it, and not because it's something that you've seen someone do or something that society determined this is not a good thing to have or this is a good thing to have. Watch your motives and what's driving those insecurities. And the reason that I wanted to put this point is because the beauty industry is a $1 trillion business, and they're making so much money based off of the insecurities of women. Think of how many skincare creams exist, how many hair products exist, how many different clothes are trending and changing. There's always something to drive you to want better, to seek more, and to seek more than you probably even need. You do not need a closet full of face creams. You just need one that works, and the one that works well for you. And this is why I'm saying, when you have control over your insecurities, you will not spend money that you have or don't even have buying all these creams that don't even work for you, spending all this money to keep up with trends when you don't even like the thing. Let's say you don't like that style of dress, but because it's trendy, you're buying it and you're wearing it anyway. So when you control your insecurities, you will be aware of what you're spending your money on, and instead of spending that money buying something you don't need, invest that money. Invest it in your personal development. Invest it by spending it on therapy or a life coach. Invest it by building your worth and investing in stocks, investing in bonds, investing in financial securities, crypto, whatever it is. And that's a much better use of your money, and that's leading you towards being your dream woman and being a woman people admire, rather than having a closet full of creams, a closet full of shoes, accessories, whatever it is, just to keep up with the trends. So the more control you have over your insecurities, the less that you will be manipulated and moved into situations or events or spending money or doing things that don't even align with the woman that you are or the woman that you want to become. Control your insecurities, and you will spend that energy and time into building and becoming the woman of your dreams. So the final way to become your dream woman and to become a woman that people admire and respect is to work on your external environment. And I will not spend too much time speaking about how you dress externally, your makeup, all of those things, just because, again, you can find so many videos on how to present externally, clothes and makeup, all of that. There's so much on YouTube, you can find it. But I still wanted to include this point because becoming your dream woman is so important, and how you show up externally does affect how you feel internally. So I still wanted to discuss this point because it is important. And with dressing externally, if you are building your dream closet, spend wisely and spend what's within budget. Do not just buy what's trendy, but rather buy the things that you want. Buy the things that lift you up, the things that make you feel good, regardless of what is trending in the magazines today. So spend time building your dream closet. Spend time working on your skincare, your hair, your makeup, all those things, because all those things add to you being your dream woman. Being your dream woman includes your external as well as your internal. We are doing things holistically. So start building your dream closet. Go on Pinterest, get inspiration, get on YouTube, get inspiration, and start working on that. Same thing with the things that you want in your environment. Start working on your dream home. What does it look like inside? And start buying those things, start buying those ornaments, design pieces that add to what you want, that add to what make your home feel so welcoming, lovely, that makes your home smell good, that makes your home so inviting, and that makes your home a place that you can't wait to go home to, a place that you look forward to staying in all day, and just a place that makes you feel great and elegant when you're in it. And working on your external environment also includes getting your dream car or working towards getting it, getting your dream job, getting your dream relationship. Make it a point to build a life that you don't want to escape from, but rather a life that you love, a life that is rich, a life that is full, beautiful, exciting, lovely, fun, and a life that you love, a life that you're proud to say, this is my dream life, and you truly mean it. Decide what it is that you want in your dream life, and then have the audacity to say no to everything else that does not fit that picture. And if you are in a relationship right now and it's not your dream relationship, have the courage to say no, or have the courage to start working towards making that relationship your dream, or just go and find the person that will give you that dream relationship. Have the courage to say no, because at the end of the day, you're only wasting your time by staying in a relationship, staying with friendships, staying in a job, staying in an environment, or living a life that you are not enjoying, living a life that you hate, living a life that is not exciting to you. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to become that woman that you dream of becoming. You have the power to get whatever it is that you desire in this world. If you want to get that degree that has letters at the end of your name so you can introduce yourself as, I am ABC name and I have an MBA, I am ABC name, I have a PhD, I am Dr. ABC name. If that's your dream, go and do it. Nothing is stopping you. If you really want something, you will find a way. You will not find an excuse. It's easy to find an excuse. It's easy to find time to procrastinate. Those are the things that are easy to do. And if you're being indecisive or overthinking, that's also a waste of time and it's a form of self-sabotage. Instead, get on the journey, and as we spoke of in the video, make the journey beautiful. The journey does not have to be painful because you're so focused on the destination. Enjoy the journey. Find time to add fun along the way. Add time to stop and rest rather than giving up. Find time to pick up people along the way who are working towards the same thing, and you're encouraging each other. Your dream life is not something that's unattainable. That's a limiting belief. If that's something you think, that's a limiting belief, because if one person can do it, so can you. There is no reason that you shouldn't. You just have to focus your mind and find ways that will lead you towards getting that life that you want, and having the courage to be that woman that you want to be, having the courage to enforce respect, having the courage to build a life that you admire, a life that you sit back and just say, wow, I really built a life that I love. You deserve to say those words, and you deserve to truly feel those words, because that's what you truly believe and feel. So have the audacity to unapologetically go after the dream life that you want, and have the courage and the audacity to become the dream woman that you know you can be. So I hope that this video was inspiring and insightful. I hope that you picked some things from this video, and I hope that you enjoyed today's discussion. And as always, I enjoy spending time with you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you again for watching my video. I wanted to say, take a moment to check out my online jewelry store, Pretty Dainty. It is faith-based jewelry that is both elegant and beautiful, and when you wear it, it is a reminder of God's love and His promises for us and His plans for our lives. I will link the website below, and happy shopping. With lots of love, Nia.